He's making history with each new find in Tom's world every time. Tom's on the hunt. Tom's on the prowl. With a can in hand and a curious plan. World secrets to be found in Tom's world now. Tom's World How.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome. Always have comments now when I come in. I love that. Chris, dude. Yeah, I've been thinking about him lately. Michael Rambo, glad you're able to watch from Pendle Pub. Jeep Girl, what's up? It was good seeing you at the park. What was that? Last weekend? I don't even remember. The days just run together anymore. But yeah, Jeep Girl stopped by over at the garden while I happened to be stopping by at the garden myself. Was definitely good to see her, talk to her. Kate, what's going on? Welcome. So I'm hoping everybody had a great weekend, great couple of weekends actually, because I didn't do a live feed last week, right? Yeah, I don't think I did. I didn't have a video, so I didn't have anything really to talk about. Not that we really talk a lot about the videos. We more so talk about a lot of other things. Things that are so far from YouTube, it's crazy. Even like Minecraft and stuff like that. But this video was definitely a different one. It was a viewer request from a woman named Anna. She was very happy that I did do it. And look, here's my mom right here. She's saying thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. As I mentioned in the video, this past Saturday was her birthday, and I made the video on Sunday. You guys saw it today. So feel free to let the happy birthdays, Tom's mom, fly if you want. I know Jeep Girl had said it on the comments of the video, and Jeep Girl is here. She's her comments right above yours. Let's see. I did just get a message from the goddess. Let me answer that real quick. Alrighty. Come back to the live stream here. Excuse me. Congestion is getting to me today. Been getting to me a lot lately. It very well could be smoking related too, because as I've mentioned before, while you don't see me smoke cigarettes on here, I do. Well, I've recently been getting. I went to the doctor for the first time, my primary, for the first time since I had this insurance, but this is the first time I've been to a primary in quite some time. See, Michael Rambo, loved the video of the New York Shortline video with Robert Lamb performing Beginnings at the Pendle Pub. There you go. So I went to the doctor. It was just a week ago tomorrow. And as I mentioned, it had been quite a while. And I have that little thing that a lot of us have when we go to doctors. They call it the white coat syndrome, where your blood pressure goes up when you're at the doctor's for whatever reason. You're nervous or what, even if you're not nervous, sometimes it just does it. I was pretty relaxed. But when the nurse took my blood pressure, she said, well, it's a little high. And I was like, oh yeah. And it was like 140 over something, I think. I was like, well, white coat syndrome, this and that. She said, yeah, a lot of people get that. Then the doctor came in, he looked at that. What's up, Pickle Nick? Welcome in. The doctor looked at what the nurse took as far as my blood pressure, and then he did the manual blood pressure one where they got to like pump the thing and put the stethoscope on your arm and all that. And he said, yeah, it's still high. I said, well, I'm still here. And he said, do you smoke? I said, yeah. He said, how much do you smoke? I said, about a pack a day, I guess. And he said, do you drink? And I was like, well, a little. He said, well, how much do you drink? I gave him a low ball number, not real low, but lower than what the actual was. And he said, "Yeah, I'm going to need you to slow down on both of them. I want to see you again in 6 weeks." He said that blood pressure is not good. I said, "Yeah, but the white coat syndrome." He said, "Yeah, but even for that, it's high." So I have a sneaking suspicion that just based on feeling, and I see comments, I want to get back to them in a second. I have a sneaking suspicion that just based on the way I've felt recently, where I get like, I don't know, like slight dizzy spells for like a second, which could be symptoms of sugar dropping. I got the feeling he's going to tell me that I have the family curse of the diabetes. We'll see, because I'm going to have to get a blood panel done as well, and he also wants me to go for a colonoscopy. And he's like, "I bet you can't even remember the last time you had blood work done." I was like, "Well, yeah, actually, I do." I said, "It was 2 Decembers ago. I did that for my Get Fit program for my insurance." He said, "Yeah, well, you're going to do another one." And then he hits me with a line that I was just, I was like, "How dare you?" He said, "Well, at your age, you should be doing this every year." What? At my age? It's like, wait a minute, buddy. You're at least 15 to 20 years older than me, and you're telling me at my age? Who the hell are you? It's just one of those, it's the first time I heard that, so I wasn't happy about it. But yeah, so I have to go for blood work. I have to go for a colonoscopy. I didn't schedule the colonoscopy. My whole reason for going there, I'd mentioned a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago that I needed to get to the dermatologist because I work out in the sun. And I do have a dark spot over here that I need checked out, and I have this little thing that's almost like a skin tag growing, but it's kind of not like a skin tag. And I want them to look at it. This I want removed, obviously. Whenever I see my face in my videos, that's all I see. So I try not to look at myself on camera here. But yeah, so there's that. I do have my dermatology appointment. It's for this week on Wednesday. So hopefully by the next time you see me, maybe I'll have like a little bandage here and there or something like that. We'll see. All right, let me get back to the comments. Oh, I'm trying to scroll over here. I can't scroll that. I have to look over here at the actual comments. So let me go back up. Did not smoke and cigarettes. Tried them back in 94, stopped in 95. Yeah, I've been smoking since I was about 14 years old. So, and I'm 50. Yeah, it's a while. People saying hi to Nick. Nick says, his fortune cookies. I can't talk anymore the last couple of days. I don't know what the heck's going on with me. I need more sleep or something. His fortune cookies simply read, "Congratulations. Skinny dipping was his idea. He can slam a revolving door. He is the most interesting man in the YouTube world. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink beer. Stay thirsty, my friends." Get a blood glucose monitor time. We have we have one here. My dad has to do it twice a day. I haven't done it in a while. I did it once a long time ago. But not a monitor, but like a finger prick thing where you test the blood. You can only get those monitors for diabetes where it constantly monitors you if I think if you do insulin at least 3 times a day. I think that's a stipulation in the insurance policies. Having a 16 flowing ounce aluminum bottle at Pendle Pub. Have to visit my doctor for all my problems. Yeah, I advise you to get on top of it now, man. I guarantee you the removal of the face thing is much worse than the colonoscopy. Well, they said they might be able to freeze this off if it is just a skin tag. This, I don't know. They might look at it and say, we'll keep an eye on it or something. See, mom smoked for 57 years. Cookies. Where the hell are cookies coming from? It was. Didn't you just hear me say you must have stepped away or something? Yes, Saturday was my mom's birthday. So everybody feel free to let the happy birthday Tom's mom fly. Have Debbie Gibson and Tom playing now. Wow, what a duo that would be for a song, huh? What's up, Chris? Just got back from dog walking. From the dog walking you. Oh, there you go. I don't know why this isn't scrolling it. This one is, but this one's not. I don't know. Did I say cookies? Oh, yeah, I did. Fortune cookies, cookies. There you go, Mom. There's the happy birthdays flowing for you. Michael says his mom's been yelling at him for his medical stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's better to get it checked out. I mean, there is the whole theology that some people have in their head that you're fine until you find out about it, and then all of a sudden you're sick. But you know, you still got to get it checked out. You know, I waited long enough on these. I mean, this has been well over a year. This has just been recent in the last like 4 months, maybe 3 months, somewhere in there. And it got a little bigger. It stopped growing, but uh, yeah, I don't like it. 55 next Monday. Wow. Cheers to you. Yeah, I guess it is, Kate. I'm just not looking forward to what's in front of me, you know? I know it's not that big of a deal if it is diabetes and people have been dealing with it. I mean, Stephanie has been dealing with that for a long time. Dad's been dealing with it for a long time. Um, Thus far, my sisters and I have not gotten it, nor have my cousins from my dad's twin brother. But, I guess the odds were against us that one of us at least were going to get it. And lucky me. Yeah, well, that's just Tom's law. Far worse than Newton's law. And I always said Nally's law was worse than Newton's law. Or Newton's. It's not Newton's law. Whose is it? Murphy's law. Where did I get Newton from? Murphy's law. Murphy's law is whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Nally's law is it'll go wrong. It's, Tom's law is pretty much the same. My daughter turns 13 tomorrow. My husband turns 53 on Thursday. Wow. How about that? All these birthdays. Not many people have the February birthdays, but there's a lot of March birthdays. A lot of March birthdays. So yeah, I get the irony that I said the doctor wanted me to slow down on the drinking and on the cigarettes, and I'm sitting here having a beer, but it's not like I've been drinking all day or anything like that. I think I had one beer with dinner, and then this one, and I have another one waiting for the last half of the live feed, and then after that, I'm done for the night. If I wasn't doing a live feed, I'd have probably just had the one because I think I did that quite a few nights in the past week where I just had one because it's getting to me. You know, April is a big month for birthdays. Yeah, it's our big month. Quite a few. February seems to be more of a month for the passing of people, and it's the month I got to be born in. Light beer? Well, light beer is what I drink when I go out. When I go to the bars, it's always Miller Lite. I feel like an itch I can't reach. Um, when I'm at home, I drink Molson Ice because that's just what's here. Dad won't drink Miller Lite. So, I mean, he will, but if he's at home, he wants to have the beer he wants. So, it's Molson Ice. But I guess, hey, Freedom, what's going on? I guess backing off a tad bit of both beer and cigarettes isn't a bad thing. Might even help me drop a little bit of weight. When I got on the scale at the doctor's, I was, we'll just say, heavier than I've ever seen a scale when I stepped on. So, not happy about that. Not tremendously, but still enough. Considering I was due right after Christmas. Yeah, well, hey, I guess they were wrong about that. Molson Ice is good. I like it. It's good taste and stuff. You know, it like quenches that dry throat feeling. You know, when on a hot day. Well, a lot of beer, anything cold and wet does that, I guess. But you know, what's up, Jeremy? What's going on? Jeremy from Things Network. How you doing, my friend? But so with this video, so now that I have a little bit more people in here, with this past video I did, I knew going into it. Well, hey, kayaking. There's plenty of places. Somebody just asked me to go to a different island on the Delaware, and I forget what it is. I think it was down by the airport. It begins with a T. I can't think of the name of it. Hey, what's up, Steven? Quit smoking almost 11 years ago. Best thing I did for myself. All part of the maintenance of getting older. Yeah, I'm getting there, huh? I hit that half a century mark. But when I did this video that I did today at the or that I put up today rather of the train bridge, I went into this knowing that I did not have all the information, which is why in the even the title of it, it's like, can you help with the history, or however I worded it, and I say that in the video a few times, and it turns out that the little bit of information I did have, that some of it was wrong. Apparently, and much like I thought when I went up the hill and I saw the tracks, they are still being used, because otherwise there would have been growth, of like vegetation and stuff. The top of the rails still looked all shiny, so they were still being used. And I found out that there is a line that's still using them. There's been multiple lines over the years, and people were pretty adamant about telling me that in the Facebook comments when I posted the video in the different groups on Facebook. But yeah, that's what I was looking for, because this was a viewer who reached out to me and said, she would like for me to get the history of that place. I did my best to find out what I could. What I found out, some of it was wrong, some of it was right. So, and people had, hey, Nikki, what's going on? And people had corrected me, and I'm all for that. It's just, I don't like when people are bitter about it a little bit, you know what I mean? But there's not much I can do about that. It's the internet. It's what people do. And sometimes you read things in a different tone than they're being typed too. So there's that. Irene, what's going on? Welcome in. Let me go back, see if I missed anything. Nice one, Freedom. Oh, you should have saw last night, man. Boy, had me fuming. I just ended it. I just closed out the world. It ended for everybody because it was my world. Oh, yeah. Oh, Nick. I just saw your comment, Nick, about I should do one on a kayak. My buddy Chris, that's in the chat, Chris Malin, he has kayaks, and we will be doing that, because I want to get to Burlington Island. The only way you can get to that in the Delaware is on a boat or a kayak or something. So definitely going to be doing that. Trying to read all the comments. Have you ever had butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. It's a Family Guy reference, man. Mount Fuji is blowing ash, and yeah, all is cool. Well, that's good, I guess. A group trip to Burlington Island. I mean, if it's a group, I probably would have to ask the guy that runs the Friends of Burlington Island. He did say it'd be cool, like if I went and I had like somebody with me. But I'm guessing it would be cool, But I could reach out to him. I have his information somewhere in the mess of this room. So it's somewhere. I can't believe it's not butter. That's right. It's not. It's lard. That's why I don't watch TV anymore. Yeah, well, I mean, I got into Family Guy when it first came out. The first few years, I was into it. After that, it just seemed like the same shows over and over, so I stopped. Same thing happened with South Park. I liked that when it first came out. I thought it was funny, and they always push the edge and stuff like that. I get that, but I just stopped watching it after a little while. certain shows I will get into like long after they're done. Like Stephanie and I, we've been watching The Wire. We're almost done. I think we have 2 episodes left, and then we have to figure out another show to watch. The Minecraft movies in a couple of weeks have camped back in the 80s at Treasure Island off Frenchtown, New Jersey. Huh. Yeah, the Minecraft movie is going to be coming out. There's a lot of mixed feelings about it. I mean, the latest trailer, I do, Mom. I've always loved Beavis and Butthead. Oh yeah. Um, the latest trailer for the Minecraft movie, though, is the best of the trailers because it actually makes it look like something that I wouldn't mind watching. Am I going to go to the movies and pay to watch it? Hell no. I will watch it for free online somewhere when it comes out. I can wait. Somebody's going to put it up online somewhere before it's available on the streaming services, unless they go right to the streaming services too, which they do sometimes. So we'll see. I doubt they're going to do that with this because they haven't said anything about that. But oh yeah. um, but yeah, I'm curious about it. You know, now that I've gotten further into the game itself. Let's see, Shogun the movie on Disney Plus was great, and part 2 is coming out soon. Shogun sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Things are always getting leaked all the time. Yeah, they are. I mean, I saw a couple movies in the last year that like I saw it the week they premiered in the theaters, and they weren't on streaming things. Somehow, I found it. I watched it, but yeah, I think no, Beetlejuice wasn't one of them. I couldn't find Beetlejuice online. The new Beetlejuice. I had to wait for it to come on HBO Max. And that one wasn't bad. It was, it got a lot of flack, but I think it was all right. Tom has a grass whip. What? Oh, that thing that you got me. I'm like, wait, when did I get that? Why don't I remember that? Yeah, she got me this thing because she was trying to deter me from getting a machete to get rid of weeds and stuff like that. But sometimes the brush is just too thick, and having that's not going to work. So yeah, I think I might still get one. But thank you for getting me that, though. I appreciate that very much. They sure are, aren't they, Steven? It's a grass whip. What she's talking about is it's kind of like uh, it's kind of like a it's shaped like a golf club basically, and it's got like a long serrated uh, blade ish on the end, and you would use it for getting low weeds. You would just like manually back and forth, um, which that will still come in handy for me. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I had something similar to that, and it's still around somewhere, but I think it's out back, so it's probably rusted by now. Minecraft the movie via Warner Brothers will be a flop, just like Snow White. Well, Snow White, yeah, there's a lot of reasons why that was a flop, but I'm not going to get into that. Doing research on the Pennsylvania Company for Insurance on Lives, ONLN. I mean, research is always a good thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see the Minecraft movie. Snow White, I had no desire because, well, Disney they don't have a good track record for the conversion of their classic animated movies being made in live action, and I already knew that. I saw enough of Dumbo to know that. I saw enough of The Little Mermaid to know that. I don't need to see any more. They just need to stop. Minecraft, it's a different story because over the years, over the decades, they have made live action movies based off of video games. And some of the movies have done pretty well. The Super Mario Brothers was not one of them. I mean, it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't. It's not like it, you know, was a box office smash or anything like that. Well, a real life version of golf, it would be golf, mini golf, more specifically. April 4th. That's in a week. Wow. Needs to wear his Indiana Jones hat when using it. Yeah, just swinging it back and forth. Yeah, got the dun, 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 dun. And granting annuities, later known as First Pennsylvania Bank. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, doing research of any kind it can be entertaining, depending on the subject and how big the rabbit hole is that you fall down in doing the research. At least when it comes to historical things, I've found. Kate, road trip. We're going to Philly to meet Tom to see the Minecraft movie. That's a long way to come to see a movie that might not be good. But I mean, hey, yeah, you'd get to see Philly anyway. So there's that. Um, but yeah, I'll have to watch that when it comes out. See, you have other people you can meet in Philly too. Jeep Girl lives in Philly. She lives not far from the last video I did with the other bridges. So, and who knows, maybe she would just show up if you guys were here and I took you so you could see the garden in real life instead of just on videos. Chris, what's up, my brother? Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. You so you come down, go into the movie theater, and then just drive back. Well, you might as well fly, I guess, at that point. We'll be spending late August at Disney's Hilton Head Resort in South Carolina with your mother and your sister. That sounds like a good time. Hey, brother, you don't. I know you give. You don't have to. I appreciate that you do. But you're grandfathered into this thing. You're part of us. But I do appreciate it. Every little bit does help. I needed to trim this all up today, and I forgot. I got so busy doing other things. Had to go see Tommy, and had to hook up the new Verizon FiOS equipment here, and I had problems with the router, and I had to get them on the phone because the app just had me going around in circles. And, in the end, it turned out that the instructions they gave me were wrong, but I got it all together. I doubt that, Nick. I think Nick's roast beef is gone forever. The sign's still out there, and nobody's bought it, so maybe the sign will still be there. And one of these times I go by, I'll have to snap a picture of it. Yep, it sure did. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, if you guys are here, you got to see the garden. You gotta. I mean, hell, Dom has only been here once, and he saw the garden. Of course, it was after hanging out at the bar for a little while. We weren't driving because there was a friend here with Dom who drove him, and Nancy, and we went to the bar, and she was just buying the shots left and right, and then we went to the garden. We made videos of being in the garden. I think they're on BB3 somewhere in the gallery of videos. You'd have to go pretty far back though. Um, yeah, we were feeling no pain. Yeah, Verizon's all right. We had Comcast for a while, which is also now Xfinity. Um, but their prices just kept going up. It seemed like every month the bill was going up. So we switched to Verizon years ago and been with them for a while. But now I have a new router down there. Not that it matters for this because my computer is hardwired in. I think it's 100-foot Ethernet cable going from the computer and down around the hallway out in along the ceiling and the wall, and then downstairs and through the tiles of the ceiling. And yeah, even though I go all that way, and the router is really literally right below me here. I probably could have gone through the floor, like in the corner of the floor of the wall, but I didn't. Probably should have. Jill, what's up? I was looking down when you commented. What's going on? Welcome in. Maybe ask homeless people to temporarily vacate Dinosaur Lake so you can check that out. It's somebody actually just commented today. I think it's in the new video, requesting if I could do a video of Dinosaur Lake. I was like, well, I happen to have a lot of them, an entire playlist. I said, and you can see when the lake was still there, on up until it got drained from the storm. And I gave him the link for the playlist. So we'll see if he watches. You should bring everyone to Humeville Inn. Steve, Michael, Kennedy, and Jeff Lavin. Yeah. Jim, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Welcome. See that? You get to watch my live tonight, and then you get to watch, Paul and Jim tomorrow. So, and you never know, if they have nobody else coming on and I have nothing to do, maybe I'll pop in. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I'll be in the chat. Think you should use your lava to get the homeless out. Yeah, but then there'd be nothing left to go through over there. Oh, man, excuse me. Little burps from the beers. Oh, he owns the Humeville Inn. If you know the owner, that could be an option for a video. Like if he's willing to sit down with me and doesn't mind being in the video, he could give me a rundown of the history of the place, which I'm sure he knows. Which, if I remember correctly, there was a local team of paranormal investigators that were there, and he did sit down with them, or at least whoever the owner was at that time. If it was him, it wasn't that long ago, last 5 years or so. And I think he did give the history of the place and how he got the place and all that. Yeah. You see, if you happen to see him tonight, just bring it up. Float it out there. Be like, oh, so I was on this live feed. I was commenting, and this guy, he does all this history and stuff. I mean, maybe he already saw my videos because I did do a few videos over in Humeville, including did a video with the people that are trying to save the Humeville Hill. I don't even know how that's going. I've been out of touch with that for a little bit. I should probably reconnect. You should also try to get Sylvester Stallone on an interview. Well, he doesn't come to Philly all that often. I mean, he did live here at one point during high school, but he went to Lincoln High School, the old Lincoln High School, not the one that is currently there. Tony B, what's going on? How's the new mic working? Hey, I don't know if you watched the video, but in the intro where you see my face, I was using the microphone. I had it clipped to the little. Well, this hoodie doesn't have the little strings hanging, but I had it clipped to the string, and I mean, it sounds great. But it definitely sounds different on the camera for some reason. Like if you'll hear the transition if you haven't watched the video yet, and it almost sounds like when the camera's turned away from me, it almost seems like it's a voiceover, but it's not. It's just me talking right there because you eventually hear me walking in the sand and everything. Tom McNichols, what's up? Tom McNicholas. I don't know why I said McNichols. You want to do a video of the old police academy? I could set it up. That would be cool. Which police academy? Are you talking about the one that's around this area, like say the Franklin Mills area, the one that's up on Comley Road? That could be kind of cool. Or is there another one that you're talking about? I would have to assume there's more than one. It's like you could see the back of it from Woodhaven Road, State Road. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where that one is. But that would be cool. I would really love to somehow get into Holmesburg. I mean, like I said before, I know they don't want anybody going inside where the prisons were, like where the cells were, because it's filled with mold and mildew and stuff like that. I get that. But like just around in the courtyard area and maybe look in some windows and stuff like that. I think that would be cool. I've thought about that one for a while, but I just haven't known who to get in touch with about that. Listen, man, I'm tired. I can't help it. Mistakes happen. You of all people should know that mistakes happen. I'm just saying. You. That would be great, Jim. I would love that. Michael says, I also know the Night 9 bartender Bruce Tate stop in anytime Thursday to Saturday to talk to Jackie, who has been there since Merrick's Cafe. It was called Merrick's Cafe. Another place right there I want to do is that place that turned into a coffee house, because that used to be a place where people would perform stuff, like vaudeville people were there and stuff. Bobby's wife used to work at Holmesburg. I'm not sure. Maybe she did. I I know she worked at one of the prisons, but I don't know if it was Holmesburg. I think it was one of the ones on State Road she worked at. Oh, yes, they did, Nick. Yes, they did. you you had me, man. I was woo. I just had to leave. I just had to leave. Yeah, yeah. I'm well, like I had said this earlier. You know, it's was I pissed? Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm over it. It's past now. I haven't been back on there yet since. I don't know. I might pop in there a little later on, see what I can salvage. I mean, I know all my stuff is gone because I fell in the lava. And unless you have stuff made of netherite, once it hits lava, gone, done. It's disintegrated, doesn't exist anymore. And I was already upset because I had lost some of my stuff from getting killed by those magma cubes and stuff. And when I went back, the stuff was gone, especially that gold helmet of that had respiration on it, because man, that came in handy, being able to breathe underwater a little bit longer. But yeah, oh, that wasn't just a river; that was an ocean of lava under there. But yeah, I was pushed. I feel like that guy from Ghost, the ghost in the train car. What, you think I jumped? I was pushed. Um, so yeah, that was not a fun part of the evening. But yeah, I just cut it off. I left. I went back to my video, did some editing, and then I had to do some re-editing this morning. So I realized I left out an entire clip that just made the transition from one clip to another not make any sense. Build one of those traps for Nick. It's 4 doors and lock them in. No, if I really want to get him, I just encase him in obsidian. He won't be able to break it. I've actually done that for his bed once. Yeah, I encased the whole thing in obsidian so he couldn't get out. Humeville Inn was originally Merrick's Cafe, owned by the Merrick family. I and Dylan Tate with Bruce Tate as employees. Oh, cool. Welcome in. Welcome in. Uh, Tony B says, what's the status of that old building? At one time, I had a nonprofit group that wanted to utilize the area for a public park. Council member Doherty couldn't find anything. Huh. Yeah, Obsidian works. Especially if somebody doesn't have a diamond pickaxe. Yeah. I corrected it. But I did do it. But it didn't kill him. It just trapped him. Difference. Just saying. I'm just saying. Cool. Well, no, see, where I trapped him was in our home that we made. So using TNT would not have been the thing to do unless I copied the map and I had a duplicate. Then I could do stuff like that. Being Monica, what's up? Look at this chick. This is your first time here, isn't it? I think it is. So she's a fellow BB3 TV member. She does her own excuse me, her own YouTube channel where she has like positive messages and stuff like that. Check her out. She's a very cool person. You know Dylan Tate and Bruce Tate. Cool. It's an idea I've had before. I've actually made duplicate worlds before when I was trying something new. What do you mean no? No, this isn't your first time here, or no, you don't want people to come check you out, or no, you're not a cool person. You'd be wrong on all counts. Well, I don't know if you're wrong about being here. If that was it, I don't remember you commenting on my live feed here because this is nothing to do with BB3. This is my own thing I had going on since before BB3. I've been doing this since February of 2020. BB3 did not exist until April of 2021. It's not your first time here. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember you commenting in here before. My fault. Well, welcome back. Still though, go check her out on her YouTube channel. That's the name of it right there, Being Monica. Oh, see? How would I have known if you were here if you didn't comment before? So to my knowledge, it was your first time here. Bruce Tate also knows Michael Kennedy. I don't know who Michael Kennedy is. But that's cool. Michael Kennedy, a.k.a. the Ford dealer. Oh, okay. Kennedy Ford. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Some rich friends you got there, my friend. Tell them to feel free to donate to This Is Tom's World. No, I don't need people. Oh, you were kidding? Oh. I thought maybe you knew. Well, you catch me off guard when I'm not ready with that. Well, there we go. The audio version of this comment from the person who made the comment. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I plan to do for the next video. I'm always looking. I'm always trying to find something. Sometimes I use Chat GPT to help me with locations. Unfortunately, keeps giving me locations I've already been to. So I kind of don't use that too much. If you ever drank at the Humeville Inn, you would know Dylan Tate, Bruce Tate, and Michael Kennedy. I've actually never even been inside of there, to be honest. I've been on the outside of it plenty of times, but never inside. All this talk about Minecraft and you're a World of Warcraft guy. Yeah, I tried playing that in the beginning. I couldn't get the controls down using like the keyboard and the mouse and everything. But now with Minecraft, that's what I do. So I'm a little more accustomed to it. Chris, have a good dinner, man. Thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you're doing well and that everything has been getting better for you. You're always welcome in the chat, and you don't have to give if you don't want, but you are always welcome in the chat. Kate said, I just got a photo from a speeding camera through this post. I sent it right back. Way too expensive. Really bad quality. What? From a speeding camera. I'm glad to hear that, Chris. Yeah, I just recently got a ticket from a red light camera. I paid it. I had to. We do have speeding cameras here too, though, along Route 1, Roosevelt Boulevard. Oh, it's a dad joke. Gotcha. Yeah, I have a tendency to do dad jokes sometimes. Not real often or anything. Really. I swear. Not me. I don't do that. And if you believe that, I have a bridge I'd like to sell you, which is another kind of a dad joke right there. So there you go. It's not a funny one, but most dad jokes aren't funny, but I happen to find some of them funny. Can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but I do dad type jokes, we'll say. Had $1 $125 dinner Saturday. Wait, $1 $25 dinner Saturday from Dollar Tree, a $5 dinner from Iron Hill Brewery in Newtown. Cool. I don't know if I'd have dinner from Dollar Tree. I don't know if I'd trust that. Yep, I cracked the second one. We're at the 47-minute mark, so almost 48 now, actually. So I figured it was time to crack the second one. Yeah, that was my thought, Freedom. I'm like, I don't know. I think I want to have that from Dollar Tree. Did you hear about the walnut at the cashew party? It was nuts. Yeah, it was. It was. See, I think I need to be in one of those videos. I see them online a lot where it's just like people telling corny jokes or dad jokes to see who can make who laugh. I think I'd win. Widow Jane. Widow Jane? Where'd that come from? You hear about the crash on I-95 where the car fell off of the overpass? No. I don't think I did. When did that happen? Oh, yeah. Nuts. Whiskey. Ah. It's a whiskey, is it? I don't mind my whiskey from time to time. I don't think I could have like an all night where I'm drinking just whiskey, but it's good as a chaser for beer. Hey, Beavis, pull my finger. Wait, that's not your finger. Also bought $1.75, 125 liter Diet Coke, $1.25 trash bags. Oh, were you eating trash bags? For when you bought the chicken. There you go. There you go. Why are libraries so tall? Because they have many stories. They do. They do. They have a lot. See, I could totally be on one of those videos and just not crack a smile or laugh or anything. Even if I think it's funny, I'm good. Read a book about glue, couldn't put it down. Well, I mean, it's a little tough, you know. You get stuck in that story, and what are you going to do? Now, I said, what are you going to do? And I know that on Nick's end, well, you just do what you got to do. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Why did the belt get arrested? It held up a pair of pants. Yeah. Yeah. What did the rug say to the Christmas tree? Your balls are hanging. What did the rug say to the floor? I got you covered. What do you get when you cross a donkey with an onion? It seems like I heard that before, but go ahead. Waiting on the punchline. Oh, a piece of poop that brings a tear to your. Oh, a piece of it wasn't poop. A piece of butt. We'll say. Where do penguins vote? The North Pole. I guess. Yeah. Dukes of Hazzard movie. Willie Nelson. Oh, did he say that one? How about what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. What do you call a dog with no legs? Doesn't matter. He ain't coming. Uh, there's tons of them. Tons. They are unending, the dad jokes, especially once the internet started. But there's still one joke. Well, no, actually, there's two jokes that I never got the complete uh, lines of the joke. What happens when you give a politician Viagra? He gets taller. Another Willie Nelson one. There you go. Yeah, I get that one. But there's two jokes, and one comes from a lot of movies and shows, and you never hear the beginning. You only ever hear the punchline. I said, wrecked him, damn near killed him. What's the beginning of that joke? I can't find it online anywhere. I mean, people have speculations, of course, but then there's the joke from the Breakfast Club where where Bender's going through the ceiling, and he's telling a joke about a woman walks in to a bar with a poodle under one arm and I forget how long, like 3 foot long salami under the other arm. Woman puts the poodle down on the bar, and the bartender says, I guess you won't be needing a drink. And then the woman says, and he falls through the ceiling. Never finishes the joke. It wasn't a real joke. They never made a punchline. It just like in The Last Unicorn. And I think this is a real riddle, but I never went to look it up. I just happen to think of it now. In The Last Unicorn, the wizard was trying to occupy the little troll dude with a riddle of when is a raven like a writing desk, and I never bothered to find out what the answer was. Had to disappear to get my next speech ready for the next week. There you go. Tommy Boy, the rectum. Yeah, it was in Tommy Boy, but it was in so many other movies and shows. But what I don't know. Why do melons have weddings? They can't elope. That's very true. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. That's right. Or else it goes the hose again. Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands? Because they're extinct. But that's true. I can do fat guy in a little coat. I am a fat guy. I do have a little coat. I have a little Michael Jackson jacket over there. I've showed it before, um, but I'm not going to ruin it. That thing's a classic. I got that when I was like in fifth grade. Fat guy in a little coat. Michael Rambo, thank you for the $1.49. Thank you so much. Let's do a stand-up comedy night. That would be fun, or like SNL type comedy with Spruce. we could probably pull it off. Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can. It's true. Very true. With or without the what's that called? Contrast. There you go. I went a little further than I had to with it, but I mean, dad jokes are supposed to be corny and go too far, so why not? Why do women have boobs? Because you got something to look at while you're talking. Which vegetable has the best kung fu? Broccoli. This is true. You're watching Family Guy right now. Have you ever had butter on a Pop Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. Yeah, Family Guy. Family Guy was good for a few years, and it just got to be felt like they were regurgitating the same stuff. And I don't know. I have a goal to make me at least chuckle. Okay. Well, you got you got 3 minutes, and then I'm going to start wrapping it up at the hour mark. Oh, you haven't heard? It was my understanding that everybody had heard. Yeah. Ba 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 uma ma ma ba ba uma. Oh no, not that freaking song. I went to find some camouflage pants, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, they're hard to spot. That always makes me think of Howie Mandel when like one of the last times he did stand up that he was funny. He was at some military base or whatever, and he was talking about different things. He said, I mean, people they have these camouflage, clothes, and they put on the makeup and everything so that they're camouflaged so that they can blend in with the trees. He said, but then he said, or he had a bag, and he's like, yeah, this is a bag. It's camouflage. Can you see it? And he said, I saw a plane painted like this. He's like, how does that work? No, don't shoot that. That's a flying forest. You could kill a squirrel. Last night on Minecraft, I learned that everybody knows that the bird is Lord. Yes. How can you tell if your husband is dead? The sex is the same, but you get to use the remote. All right, that one did get a little chuckle. What's the difference between a G spot and a golf ball? A guy will actually search for a golf ball. Hey, now, I never had a problem. I'm just saying. Don't trust trees. They're shady. They are. Roman Atwood has worked with Howie Mandel. Roman is a YouTuber from Ohio. Cool. Yeah, Howie, I did. Howie Mandel used to be my hero when I was younger. Back when he actually had hair, and he, what do you call a lesbian dinosaur? Like a lot of puss. That's true. That is true. I've heard that one. Like when he still had his frizzy hair and everything. Back in the 80s, Howie Mandel was hysterical. I had all of his stand up acts memorized. I could spout them out like, nobody's business. But I don't know. He got different as he got older, more calm or something. I didn't like that. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Stephen Wright was great too. I mean, the things he come out with, he's like, we had a dog named Spot once. I don't know why we called him Spot. Maybe it was because he had spots. I don't know. It's just thank you, thank you. Yes, hit that like button. Um, but yeah, Stephen Wright was good. I actually really liked what was his name? Mitch Hedberg. He was around in the '90s. His comedy was like one of the last stand up comedians that I saw that like it really spoke to me. It was like uh, my type of humor. Son says to his dad, "Hey, Dad, what is an alcoholic?" And Dad puts his arm around his son and says, "Well, son, you see those 4 trees over there? An alcoholic would see 8 trees." That's very true, or at least 6, anyway. Then the son says, "But Dad, there are only 2 trees there." And that's actually kind of funny. And the fact that you spaced it out was funnier. Yeah, Mitch Hedberg was great. Just I don't know. Like I want to be a NASCAR passenger, so I could say things like, "Hey man, mind if I turn on the radio? Why we got to keep driving in circles? Man, you really like Tide, right? What's another word for thesaurus? Vic DeBetto, I can never say his last name. It's funny. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. Math teacher, if I have 5 bottles in one hand and 6 in the other hand, what do I have? The student said, a drinking problem. Well, especially if they're all empty, too. So what other Mitch Hedberg little, like he's just got little things, you know? Like one time I bought a donut and they gave me a receipt. I was like, no, thank you. I forget where that one goes now. Just that quick, I lost it. So you know what I like? I like escalators because they can never become broke. They just simply become stairs. Sorry, escalator temporary stairs. We apologize for the convenience. I was in a bar yesterday when I suddenly realized I desperately needed to fart. The music was really loud, so I timed my farts with the beats. After a couple songs, I started to feel better. I finished my beer and noticed that everybody was staring at. You got to get better at copying and pasting, Nick. But first, you don't succeed, then skydiving definitely isn't for you. Oh, yeah. Stephen Wright. Yeah. What was his name? The local, was he the sports guy or the weather guy that was on Channel 6? He died in a skydiving accident. Why am I blanking on his name? I usually remember it. Everybody was staring at me. Okay. Now we're dragging the joke out. Why? Was it because you had earbuds in? Did I ruin it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still going to get one, Jim. Absolutely. O'Brien. Yeah, Jim O'Brien. Jim O'Brien. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Oh, I didn't even realize you were still watching. You've been so quiet. I remember there was a joke that went around back then. I mean, even though I was a kid, somebody would take their sneakers and just turn them upside down and say, "What's that?" "That's Jim O'Brien." I don't know that he went head first, but I mean, from that far, I'm sorry, sir, but I can't serve you. You've already had too much to drink. The guy swears and walks out of the bar. I'm sorry, sir, but I can't serve you. You've already had too much to drink. Okay. Yeah, rice is great if you're really hungry and you want to eat 2,000 or something. Oh, I appreciate that, man. There's one on that the gift list that I have. Um, if you go to my my Tom's World Facebook page, you're gonna have to scroll down a little bit because it's from like the beginning of February. But yeah, I think you do, Nick. You're making fun of me for not being able to talk. You can't type, and you have the option of reading it before you send it and retyping things. I don't. Once I say something, it's out there. Um, but you'll find the link for the gift lift. Yep, the gift lift. Yeah, and you're still making fun of me for messing up talking, yet you can't manage typing. Come on now. But there is one on there, um, and if you can't find the link for whatever, you should be able to though. It's not that far down. But if you can't find it, shoot me a message and I'll send you a link to it. A guy stumbles through the front door of the bar, ambles up to the bartender, and orders a beer. Bartender looks at the drunk man and says, "I'm sorry, sir, but I can't serve you. You've already had too much to drink." The guy swears and walks out of the bar. I got to pick it up from your house. All right, you're giving me a little creepy vibes there, man. I'm just, it's like, I'll get it for you, but you got to come here and get it. If you buy it off the gift list, it'll just come right to me. 5 minutes later, the guy comes flying through the door, through the side door of the bar, and yells for a beer. Again, the bartender says, "I'm sorry, sir, but I can't serve you. You've already had too much to drink." We had gay burglars the other night. They broke in and rearranged the furniture. Robin Williams, he was great too, doing stand up. I miss him so much. I really do. 10 minutes later, the same guy comes barrel assing through the back door of the bar, storms to the bartender, and demands a beer. Well, I mean, how am I supposed to know that, Jim? How do I know these? I can't see you. I know you can see me. My God, man, how many bars do you work at? Oh, again, the bartender gets a. Oh, I get it. He was he was going to after all that. I still laughed at it. But no, I mean, if you wanted to, you could order it through the gift list. I mean, it'll come right to me. Uh, that's or the drunk person has someone buy his takeout beer. I don't know. Would they stop you from buying takeout beer if they flagged you? I mean, I guess that's still technically buying beer, so maybe they could be liable. Maybe they wouldn't. I don't think I ever tried doing that when I left the bar drunk. I've never been flagged, by the way, at a bar, because by the time it hits me enough that you can tell when I'm out at a bar, it's far gone at that point. But yeah, I've never been flagged. Takeout beer is a beer store. Well, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of them. Oh, mom's chiming in. Doctor, there's a man in the waiting room who thinks he's invisible. What should I tell him? Tell him I can't see him today. It's true. Tell a woman she is beautiful 1,000 times and she'll never remember. Tell her she's fat once and she'll never forget. That's because elephants never forget. Yeah, you got that one. There's a hole in my cheek. Anyway. I should probably wrap this up. I went 10 extra minutes. It's just about 10 extra minutes. So, I mean, thank you everybody for hanging out, for commenting, for the people who donate and stuff like that. Always love that. The appreciation is felt. It really is. And through the comments and through all the support everybody's given me, you guys, beyond rock. You rock beyond rocking. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get going because I do have to. I ate dinner late. It was literally the dish is like literally still sitting here, so I have to take that down and clean up down there. Um, no, Chris, I don't remember us getting flagged. No, I don't remember ever getting flagged. Well, I guess most people don't, huh? But no, I'm pretty sure I've never been flagged from a bar. If it happened in Wildwood, that doesn't count because everybody gets drunk in Wildwood. Well, everybody used to get drunk in Wildwood. It's a different place now. Um, a lot of the bars are gone. But anyway, oh God, Nick, you're killing me. Come on, spit it out. We're all waiting. I just tried kangaroo beer. You can really taste the hops. Oh my God. We waited for that. Oh, you're crazy. I remember your cat under the trailer, but we weren't drinking much that night. I'll just leave it at that. That was a long time ago, people, though, so don't judge me. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Please, if you haven't watched oh my God, the video that I did today, or that I put out today, rather, did yesterday, please go watch it. It's only 17 minutes long. It's pretty cool. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, put a comment in there or something like that. And have a good night, Nick. And I will talk to you all soon. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and have fun.